Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna Ki Jai. So we want to welcome all the devotees today who have joined us. Very nice to see you. Thank you, Sandeep Prabhu and Mataji. Is she around? She's busy. Yes. There must be a lot of cooking. Huh? Very nice. We have invited so many devotees today, and I think you've invited some families also from the Makina. Very nice. Yeah. Let's see, let's see. That's why we have a longer kirtan, so that somewhere we will catch them. Somewhere we'll catch them. We've got books also, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book. House programs are a very good way to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. So we urge you because then we are not coming here to actually glorify Krishna. So that is something that we should keep very much in mind. These programs are never meant to be enjoyed separately from Krishna. Our enjoyment is coming because we are chanting Krishna's names. So if we are distracted, if we don't hear the names of the Lord, then we are missing out on the opportunity to come closer to Krishna. So these programs, we have to maintain that sanctity to them, that seriousness to them. Seriousness doesn't Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Jai Shri Harinam,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
One of the great saints, in our Vaishnava tradition, Surdas. If you come from Maharashtra, Surdas is very, very well known. He has stated very nicely that the shlokas for Gajendra's prayers in surrender, they are sung in this raga actually. And Gajendra's surrender to Krishna is a very fundamental part of Purushottam Mass, because Purushottam Mass is about Sharanagati. And Gajendra's prayers and his mood of surrender is actually on the principle of Sharanagati. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Jai Gajendra Moksha ki.
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hari Hari,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna. Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Jai Devakinandan.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki
Jai.
Deep Prabhu, thank you for joining us. Mataji here? Happy to see you. So, Deep Prabhu is part of our Artha Forum program, and he and another family, they host actually once a month, minimum. That's what we've been doing, right? At the waterside. So they're not very far, and they're just there.
Announce for August 4th, Friday.
Yeah, okay, fine. So August 4th, we're going to have a program at Deep Prabhu's house at Waterside. Maybe I'll share the address with everyone, and you're more than welcome to come, because most of them are in the east anyway. And I'll introduce you to Sandeep Prabhu, who is the host today. And you know, between us, we can all try and get as many people to chant. That would be wonderful. You're not very far away from each other anyway. So this is a wonderful opportunity to keep chanting Krishna's names. One thing you keep realizing in Krishna consciousness is that there's always going to be two things that you must balance. The first is endeavor, but the other is mercy. Without mercy, no matter how much endeavor we put in, whatever that we want to do may not happen. But without endeavor, if we don't put in any endeavor, then even though mercy is there and available to us, we are not actually tapping into the mercy. Because Krishna becomes very happy when a devotee puts endeavor into devotional service. This is a very important principle. And if you see Bhagavatam, all the devotees of the Lord, they actually balance mercy and endeavor very nicely. When the Brahmastra was coming at Arjuna, and he was on the chariot with Krishna, he could have definitely, he had the potential and the greatness and the skill to counteract the Brahmastra. But he didn't do that. What he did was, he invoked the mercy of Krishna first. And so he came down and he chanted Krishna Krishna Mahabaho, right? Bhaktanam abhayam karaha, tvam eko dayamananam apavargosi samstritehe. That's what he chanted first. And he chanted 4 shlokas, 4 beautiful prayers. And after chanting those prayers, invoking the mercy of Krishna, then he was prepared to launch the Brahmastra. That simple act of what he did is a very important lesson for us. Because even in our lives, we may be in a position where we think we are in control and that all our endeavor has given us what we have got. But we don't realize that in a moment's time, everything can leave us. I'm just singing and in a moment I can lose my voice. You are just dancing, in a moment you can collapse. Anybody, anything can happen. We cannot think, we cannot assume that whatever potency we have will be always there for us. Because without His mercy, it is very difficult for us to continue. Draupadi Mata, she endeavored very hard to try and avoid the situation of a disrobing. She turned to Krishna, she turned to the Pandavas, she turned to Bhishma, she turned to everyone, but nobody could help her. So she endeavored to turn to Krishna. And when she endeavored to turn to Krishna, Krishna actually replied. He reciprocated. So, some endeavor towards Krishna is very needed. Sometimes we think, why should we do it? After all, God is always there. He's there. But like all other relationships, we have to endeavor. You tell me a relationship in this material world that is successful without your endeavor. It will never happen. But even with the best of endeavor, you need the element of mercy. That is a very important point. So this endeavor and mercy must always be balanced. We should never become proud of our endeavor, but we should always remain humble for the mercy of the Lord. If we have these two in balance, then our devotional life will grow. It will grow. Mataji, there's a bit of space here. You can come through. We'll give you space. I know it's getting a bit crowded, but there's some space. Prabhus can come forward also. Yeah. So that is why we observe Purushottam Mass, because in Purushottam Mass, remembering Krishna and invoking His mercy is very important. So keep that point in mind. Mercy and endeavor. Another way of explaining mercy is that mercy is always available. It is like rain, It's always available. But are you taking advantage of it? Are you endeavoring for that mercy? That is very important. Arjuna was the most powerful warrior on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. But after he finished his battles, in the 15th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, he says in his prayers that he has lost all his ability of warfare. He says, I am the same Arjuna. I'm sitting on the same chariot. I'm shooting the same arrows. And I'm shooting it from the same bow. And yet, despite all the things that remain the same, and I'm the same Arjuna, because he has withdrawn his mercy, now I can no longer fight like I used to fight. So it is very important, Prabhupada writes in that purport. Have you heard of the phrase borrowed plumes? Plumes of the peacock, right? They look very beautiful. Sometimes we take a feather from the peacock and we put it somewhere and it looks very nice. But we forget to give credit to the peacock because actually it's coming from peacock. And people say, oh, this is very nice. But it's actually coming from the peacock. So actually, sometimes what happens is we have an ability, but we think it is ours. But Krishna tells us in Bhagavad Gita that it is borrowed. It is borrowed. And actually, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Paurusham Nishu. Paurusham Nishu means I am ability in man. Man includes women, children, everyone, right? I am ability. So any ability that we have to use it for Krishna because it is given to us by Him. If you're using the ability only for yourself, the only problem with that is that you keep getting implicated in the law of karma and in the cycle of birth and death. And that is what is going to happen. A never-ending cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. But if we use even a fraction of what is given to us as talent in the service of Krishna, then that frees us, liberates us from this cycle of material existence. That is the way to develop devotional service. Actually, this is very logical. Once we understand the concepts, it's not difficult to understand why we should be doing it, right? Always remember, Shastras tell us, we had so many husbands, we had so many wives, we had so many children. Actually, we have two newlyweds, Atul Prabhu, Panti Prabhu, and their wives, right? They're just newlyweds. So, congratulations on your marriage. But I have news for you, this is not your first marriage, right? In your previous life, you were married. In the life after, you will also get married. And in every life, you will tell your wife that I love you very much. I hope you're telling her that. And then after that, right, you will tell her that, my Guru Maharaj said, in the first 1 year of your marriage, because that's honeymoon period. After that, we don't know what happens. But we have to realize that every life we had attachment. Every life we had wives, children, we had everything. But every life we have forgotten. Now as we sit here, we do not have any clue who our husbands and wives were in the past life. Sometimes it's good, it's also good. But we have to understand this in perspective. So the question then we should ask is, what is the value of our human life? The value of human life is what we're doing now. Because this will bring us to a different level of consciousness. Everything else is good. But if you don't put Krishna in the center, they are like many zeros. Srila Prabhupada said, our house, our family, our society, our assets, they're all many, many zeros. On their own, they have no value. But if you put Krishna as one in front of us, then all the zeros have more values, right, with a one. Even if you had just 1 0 and you had 1 in front, that 10 is more than 1,000,000 zeros in value. So without Krishna, actually, our lives are very hollow, very empty. So keep that in mind as we chant Krishna's names. That is why we are chanting Krishna's names. So we come to this realization actually. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hari Bol. I can't hear you.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare,
Jai Virtrasur bhagavatam.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna,
Jai Radha Madan Mohan Ji ki.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hari Hari.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Now I can't hear anyone.
Hare Rama,
Especially the men, you're very soft. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna Ki. Another aspect of mercy in Purushottam Mass is the concept that is embodied by Vritrasur in Srimad Bhagavatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, Vritrasur was actually a very powerful demon born to revenge the death of his brother who was killed unceremoniously by Indra. And so he was born for that singular purpose. When he came on the battlefield, he was so powerful that the Devatas almost gave up. But Indra was given the assurance after he gave very earnest prayers to Krishna that Krishna would protect the Devatas, because he always protects the Devatas. They are devotees of the Lord. Generally, the Asuras are not devotees of the Lord. But Vritrasur was very different. In his previous life, Vritrasur was a great devotee, Chitraketu Maharaj. But because he had offended Parvati Mata and Lord Shiva, specifically Lord Shiva, Parvati Mata became very upset with him, and she cursed him that he be bereft of his good birth and all his ecstasies. So in his next life, he was born as a demon. Now sometimes we think that mercy should be the way we want it to be. Please be merciful to me and give me $10,000 in my bank. And we think that is mercy. Sometimes we think mercy means, to get something which we think is good for us. But Krishna is like a father. And very often he knows something better about us than we know about ourselves. Krishna knows our past, our present, and he will know our future. Very often we don't know. We only know our present. We have a vague understanding of our past, right? And we have no clue about our future. So then what happens to us, you see? So sometimes in our life, when things go what we call wrong, or things go differently from what we thought should be the way, a devotee doesn't see that as a calamity. A devotee sees that as an opportunity to remember Krishna. There must be a reason why Krishna is putting me in this challenge. So the consciousness of a devotee actually helps him or her even in the material world. Because in material world we face so many challenges. But if we take the lens of someone who is very discouraged by the challenges, someone who's losing faith, oh, why isn't Krishna protecting me? Because I want this, I want that. And Krishna is giving me the opposite. But we must learn to realize and learn to surrender to the fact that Krishna knows what is better for us than what we think we know is best for us. Prithu Maharaj had a very nice prayer in Bhagavatam. He says, Krishna, because you are the creator of this world and you maintain it and you annihilate it, therefore I think you know what is best for me. So just like a father knows the demands of the son without the son asking, in the same way, please take care of me and do what you think is best for me. That's a very beautiful prayer. And that should be the prayer for us in our devotional life. We should have the mood that whatever Krishna thinks is best for us, we should accept it. In that way, the difficulties of the material world, they don't become a challenge to us. So Vritrasur was in that position. Because Indra prayed to Krishna, and Krishna decided that the Devatas had to be protected, and Vritrasur had to be killed. So when Indra prayed very hard to Krishna, Krishna told him to go and see the sage, Dadichi, and take the bones from him. And from that bones make this powerful weapon known as the Vajra. Very powerful. It is so powerful it can kill anyone. And so Indra had the blessings of a powerful sage Dadichi, and he had the blessings of Krishna to win this battle. But even then when the battle started, Bhagavatam tells us that immediately in the battle, Vritrasur was so powerful that when Indra threw a powerful weapon at him, Vritrasur picked it up as someone would pick up a garland. You know, someone throws a garland at you, you just pick it up with nothing, isn't it? If someone throws it at you and it hits you, it's not like you fall back and roll on the floor. It's a garland, it's nothing. So in the same way, Vritrasura was so powerful, Bhagavatam says, that he simply, caught this very powerful mace that Indra was throwing, just like one would catch a garland. And when that happened, right, he threw back the mace. And when he threw it back, the mace hit Airavata, which was the elephant on which Indra was on top, with such force that Airavata and Indra were thrown back 14 yards. Bhagavatam gives you exact amount of measurements on how far they fell back. And 14 yards for an elephant to fall back is not a joke. And this is not an ordinary elephant, this is Airavata. Very powerful, right? So when Indra fell, he became discouraged. He had forgotten that Krishna had blessed him for victory. And even then, he didn't have the requisite faith in Krishna. So he fell and he became discouraged. You know what Vritrasur did? Vritrasur, like a true gentleman, stopped the fighting. Right? He could have gone for the kill, but he didn't. He stopped the fighting. And he told Indra, get up and fight. Why are you feeling so discouraged? Do you not know that you have been blessed by the Supreme Lord and victory is assured? Victory is guaranteed. I know my fate. My fate is that I will never win on this battlefield. But even then, I'm fighting as if I am going to achieve victory. And yet you are guaranteed victory, but you are fighting as if you are going to lose. See the difference between the consciousness of what was apparently a demon and what is apparently a deva. Sometimes it is not the designation that makes us devotees. It is our behavior. It's the behavior that makes us devotees. Vritrasur appeared in a family of demons, but his stock of devotional service was from previous birth because he was actually Chitraketu Maharaj. Krishna did not want to give him another chance to become Indra, because if he became like what Indra wanted Swargaloka. So he will enjoy Swargaloka. Swargaloka is like a deluxe edition of what we are having right now, in our life. It's a deluxe edition, right? So if you have a nice bed in Swargaloka, the bed will be, I think it'll be like floating bed. And if you have nice prasadam here in Swargaloka, everything is cooked in ghee. So unless you have a lot of money and every day you're cooking in ghee, in this material world, if you cook a lot in ghee, you probably drop dead very soon. But there you don't. You live for a long, long time. So like that, the advantages of being in Swargaloka is nothing more. Birth, death, old age and disease is still there. But it takes so long that we cannot see it because it is an eternity almost. But Vritrasur did not want that. He didn't want that. He wanted only an opportunity to serve Krishna. Nanaka prishtam, nachaparameshtam, na sarvabhaumam, na rasadipatyam, na yoga siddhir, apunar bhavam va, samanjasadva, virahaya kamshe. Samanjas means, Krishna, give me an opportunity to serve you. He says, Nanaka prishtam, nachaparameshtam. I don't want, all the siddhis of the world. I don't want to be master of the three worlds. I don't want even liberation if I cannot have an opportunity to serve you. What is liberation if you don't have an opportunity to serve Krishna? But right now, in the last 1 hour, and we have crossed the 1 hour mark actually, right? With nothing, it just passed. In 1 hour, we were given the opportunity to be literally in the spiritual world. That's why Krishna consciousness is so powerful. You don't have to die to go back to Krishna. That's the good news. You die, but at least before you die, you can still be with Krishna. Right now, you are with Krishna. If you speak to the man on the street and tell him afterlife is very wonderful, he will tell you afterlife is afterlife. I don't know what will happen to me then. But I do know I'm living now. This is the life now. Tell me how I can be happy now. People are not interested in afterlife. Today, people are so materialistic, they're only looking to this life. But the beauty of Krishna consciousness is, even in this life, we can have Krishna. Why to wait for next life? So Vritrasur was on the battlefield, but his consciousness was fixed on Krishna. So therefore, victory or defeat did not matter to him. They were just different sides of the same coin. They are dualities. How many times in your life you have won some things when you thought you lost? And when you think you were going to win, you lost. It happens, right? So it is definitely going to happen. What is the greatness of such a life? It is a life we are all living anyway. But the important thing is what Vritrasur did. So he spoke to Indra on the battlefield and told him, no one is guaranteed victory and no one is guaranteed defeat, O Indra, except the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So don't waste your time being moros. Get up now and fight. We are all pawns on a chess game. And we are just moving here and there. But he decides who is going to win. And then he says something very nice. Do you not know that you are assured of victory? Because you have the blessings of the sage Dadichi, the bones, and you have the blessings of Krishna. Me, on the other hand, I am assured of defeat. But despite being defeated, I will be very blissful. Because I will remember Krishna as I leave this world. And I will go back to him eternally. And it is true. Because when Indra finally kills Vritrasur, and by the way, it took him 365 days to kill him. Because just to cut off his head, right, took 365 days. That's a long time to wait for someone to go. Huh? And after finishing that, Indra had to suffer the sin that he incurred in killing a Brahmana, and Vritrasur was a great devotee. And so for 1,000 years, Indra was chased by sin personified in a form of a woman, right, who had this great stench about her, right? And Indra was running away because she's sin personified. And wherever he went, she followed. Because wherever you go, your mind follows. And your mind is the seat of sinful activities. And whatever you have done, the karmas will always follow you. You know, we have a saying, right, that when you shoot an arrow, the arrow must find its target. It must find its target. Therefore, whatever activities you do have consequences. You may think I've done an activity in the middle of the night and nobody saw it. But the time is coming when the consequences of the activity will come. And you will know why it has come, even if you deny it. But if you take up Krishna consciousness, like Vritrasur did, then the power of karma had no effect on him. But the power of karma had effect on Indra. So in Purushottam Mass, we must really reflect on what devotional service is. Devotional service is not designations. It's not a matter of getting something material. Material everybody has, but it will leave you. It is only the spiritual asset that will stay with you. We appeal to your intelligence. We appeal to your heart. Take up this chanting of the holy names of the Lord. And it's so easy. You don't only have to chant when we are chanting. At home on your own, you can play YouTube. Just put Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, iskcon. And you will find so many wonderful kirtans. Play it every day. The children will hear it. You will hear it. And you will become peaceful. But there must be a change of lifestyle. And the beauty is, after speaking philosophy, Vritrasur told Indra, now get up, don't make so much noise and fight. And they fought a good battle. And finally, Indra defeated Vritrasur. He defeated Vritrasur. So Vritrasur may have lost the battle, but he won the war. He won the war. That's the beauty of Krishna consciousness. So are we ready to chant? Ready to chant? Very nice. And thank you, Matajis, for being so enthusiastic and dancing. Dancing is a wonderful way of remembering Krishna. Dance and chant. Prabhupada said, this is our movement, isn't it? Have wonderful prasadam, dance and chant. It's so simple, very simple. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I think Vishal Prabhu is getting everybody get up. Haribo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Rama
Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Jai Shri Hari Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Jai Radha Gopinath ki.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Shri Shri Radha Madana Mohan Ji ki
Jai.
Jai Shri Shri Radha Govinda Ji ki
Jai.
Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Ji ki
Jai.
Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki
Jai.
Jai Shri La Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai Shri La Gurudev ki
Jai.
Jai Shri Shri Laddu Gopal Ji ki
Jai.
Ananta Gauri Vaishnavinda ki
Jai.
Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Purushottam Mas Maho Maho Sattva ki
Jai.
Nitai Gaura Premananda.
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you very much. You all are looking at me like I stopped too fast. But time is of the essence. And Sandeep Prabhu, are you here? Where are you? Yes. Thank you very much. Mataji, thank you very much for having us. It was your birthday yesterday. I think today is the best way to celebrate it. Right? It's Laddu Gopal's birthday. Okay.
Now first is Laddu Gopal.
Very wonderful. Very wonderful. So Laddu Gopal appeared in your life on 29th of July, yeah? That's very wonderful. Please, Krishna does not come in a whimsical manner. Krishna comes for a reason. Today we spent almost 2 hours just chanting Krishna's names. And I'm sure no matter what background you came from and from whatever circumstances you came from, you all found great solace, great peace, great bliss in the chanting of the holy names. It's so nice to see devotees chanting, dancing, and now I think they should feast, right? Then it fills up everything. So I think Sandeep Prabhu and Mataji, they have invited all of us here with very open hearts, and we thank them for giving us the opportunity to come together. And we want to thank each and every one of you because you took the trouble and the time to come here to spend time with us. So that's also something we are very grateful for. Are we going to make an announcement about where Prasadam is going to be?
After I say,
Oh, you're going to sing, so we're going to have a finale. All right, I'm going to give you the mic then.